Sasihlupheka kule ndawo sasinganenje usincede imfofo isingazishiye. Dorobheni zikho idodhe kuyadura. Iwe 20 rand.
The 54-year-old Ozias Chauke from Zava village in Limpopo waits in line here every week to buy his fresh produce.
Uright lo mroko kwele ndoda. Uyasinceda vela nempilweni impilo yayo umuntu uzuyibamba kakuhle. Sasithenga kubaba wakhe wanengadini laphana phansi. Manje kho waqalisa ukuyenza ingadi yakhe semanje siyamsupporta.
Chauke is referring to the 37-year-old Hlayisani Malungana, owner of this garden. It is Stories Untold, and you guessed it right, I am William Molebatsi. This is a jam-packed show, nothing short of inspiration. Without wasting any more time, let's go straight into that story.
This is my investment. It's an investment for the community. So this is where we make our living. It's our backyard farm. It's straight at our home. It's a farm which it takes care of the community at large.
But how did this come to be? Art directing and music producing. This is the only life Hlayisani has known for the past 13 years. His music has gained him popularity in his hometown and also earned him numerous awards. With the money he made in his music career, he has been able to live well. However, all that trembled when the COVID pandemic hit, leaving the DJ high and dry.
As a musician, I had never stepped out and did any other job. I've been doing music for more than 18 years. All I know is music. All I know is to produce music, is to go to gigs. But I had to put my instruments down and get to my digging forks and my spades. That was a very big sacrifice on my side. It was not easy psychologically. I had to adjust myself. I was not okay. It took months of trying to recover my mind. I was providing for the family. And then all of a sudden, I've got kids at school. And that was just a humbling, it was not okay. So one had to think, what can you do that can bring in some cash so we can buy some bread and the kids can sleep happy. I wanted to help my community and as well as myself. It was a very difficult journey. I can't really explain it now, but then because now I'm deep in it. But it was not easy. Coming into the farm, I wanted to achieve financial status in my sense for my family, and I also wanted to help the community.
Zaba, where Hlayisani lives, is a rural village located between Giani and Zanin. Development is slow here. The community still struggles for basic needs.
With the lockdowns and restrictions, it was not easy for people to travel, and they needed their fruits and vegetables. Everybody needs their fruits and vegetables each and every day. So it really made things very, very easy for my community. They were so humbled and they really appreciated it, and they've always came to my garden and told me that I should never stop. So that is very inspiring on my side from the community.
Loyal customer la kaya kuna mroho hinkwayo ni lavako. So nkarhi wun'wana na wun'wana ni nga ta 6 o'clock in the morning ni tela miroho ene na yi kuma leyi ni yi lavaka loko u vulavula na yena buti la a rimaka la i ku ngetela miroho ya muxaka wo karhi i simple wa ngetela ene yi xava kona a yi kun'wanyana ene swi hi olovisile ku a hi swi koti ku ya adorobeni hi ya xava kwala ene miroho ya yi cheap ene yi fresh.
Gladys Mkari is 65 years. Her diet is only vegetables as she suffers from diabetes.
Ni rhandza ku khensa ka yena hi ku i young wa swi kota ku a tirha wa ha ri na matimba lero loko u kuma kumbe 10 wa lavantshwa lava nga nghenaka ka nsimu ya ku rima ku fana na tiko leri ra hina leri hinkwaro ri nga hanya a ve se fikelela va kona van'wanyana lavantshwa va kha va rimaka ni ku fana na yena mara a ha lava vo tala ku hi ta kota ku hi xava kusuhi hi nga yi kumi.
It was a very, very, very busy season. So I contributed there. I was working with him every day. Would wake up very early in the morning, go to the farm, pick tomatoes according to the orders that we had, and then afterwards pack the tomatoes and then make sure that they shipped to the relevant people that were ordering them.
Not only has Tsulufelo, his fiancée, witnessed his journey, but she has also walked it with him.
He was very stressed all the time in terms of trying to get things done efficiently, trying to get the orders to go through where they're supposed to. The thing that kept him going is his kids and his family and just the will to succeed. I mean, when he starts something, he wants to do it efficiently, he wants to do it well.
Welcome back to the show. Music producer, art director, and now startup farmer Hlayisani continues to provide aid to his village, and this time on an even bigger scale. He continues to do this regardless of the challenges that he faces. Let us continue with his story.
This is a Hlayisani machine. It's our machine which we've been using. We got it from a friend. It's a 1942 machine which gets our water, which pumps our water from the river straight to our other dam, which supplies our backyard farm. This is how we maintain our farm. We basically have to, it's either we do it with these two machines or we use the canister or by manually. Inati challenges, inati problems loko swi fika ka mati la tikweni. Kahle I say this for a lot of villages. Villages are really laid back. Aba tekeriwi enhlokweni. We are last to be thought of, and it's genuinely a big problem for us. I mean, two machines just to get water into a backyard farm where you sell goods for 10 rand. When you look at your profits, it's really nothing. It's just a community service in general.
However, one couldn't help but wonder how he managed to move from a small garden to this big farm.
I'd like to believe that it was more motivation from the community as well as the family. They saw the potential of the farming, the small garden it has produced. It has taken care of a lot of people and all over South Africa in this small garden. So we realized that why not try out in a bigger avenue where we try to get a bigger market, a broader market, so that people who want their stock, they can get it easier. Because at the backyard farm, you know, it really hurts when people want their stuff but they can't get enough. So we wanted to achieve that.
Hlayisani says he then turned to his father for help.
With the backyard farm, everything we were able to do for ourselves. But then at the big farm, it's a whole different avenue because there's a lot of resources and equipment that is required. And I did not have enough money to surpass that. So that's when I talked to my father. He saw the potential in the whole farming business and the whole helping the community and the job employments and everything that we had in mind. and he respected our vision, and he came on board.
I couldn't believe what he said. You know, musicians, I believe they cannot be farmers, but really when it started, I got shocked. He started working very, very hard, and that impressed me a lot. I just gave him a starter pack. Now he has to see it for himself because he got the background. He has started farming, and we had a very, very good harvest last season of tomatoes. So I just believe and hope he's still keeping part of that money so that when the next season comes, then he can go ahead with the farming.
We only plant tomatoes in bulk. So my father really came in hard. He supplied us, he helped us with the equipment that we needed. It involved a lot of finances because we need what is making us a lot of farmers struggle is the equipment and the resources. You know, once you have those resources and you have the will, then nothing can stop you from providing for the community.
The smallest cent that you got, spend it for your child. Start something, educate him. Do what you can to show him that things have changed now and he has to go with the changes. So that is very, very important because when I look at people around here, more especially parents, they care very little about their children. When they see them, they don't have jobs. They don't actually do anything to start something for them so that they can go ahead and do something. So I just wish all parents can do the same with me. Not that when you start something like this, it means you must have money. You must actually have thoughts that will enable your child to sustain himself or herself in the future.
And as the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. Apart from his father, Hlayisani has had a few helping hands since the inception of his project.
Look, I call it business. We call it nami lento lesiyenza la khona hlala khona lo Hlayisani too much over. Yeah, call it nami lo muntu lo. Nibonile ku loko abe asunguleni business ra yena ni kuma ku business leriwani ri seketeliwa ngopfu hi vanhu swinene ngopfu and then na hina hi kumeka hi tinyika matimba ka business ra lele hi ku vona ku na vanhu ba hi pick up masivona.
Besides working at the farm, 53-year-old Amosi Shihlangu also helps around the house as this has become his second home.
Ani ri munhu loyi a ni tshamanyana kun'wana lani mukumeka ani ni nga tirhi ma ni twisisa ivi ni ta kuma ntirho wa kwalano ka Hlayisani ni tirhela masin'wini endla swilo everything swilo hinkwaswo se and then hi dlina hi ya vulavula mina na Hlayisani why sesi hi nga koti ku hi endla ngadi leyi hi nga yi endla a wu sungula lesi hi nga yi endla ya vumbirhi sesi.
I started it with my family, but the help was not enough. I decided to get some of my neighbors who were seated, but I knew they were capable. I got some of the kids, the young ones, because you know the young ones, they are easy to work with. So it was easy for us to employ 2 or 3 people.
Hlayisani mina ni nga vulavula so ni n'wi thanda ku I munhu wa kahle, munhu loyi a kotaka ku tirha na vanhu, munhu loyi a kotaka ku khoma ti-customer, munhu loyi a kotaka ku vona un'wana makwerhu loko a nga pfuneki hi swin'wana wa kota ku va a n'wi pfuna.
Welcome back. You're still watching Stories Untold. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, most people's livelihoods were cut short, including Hlayisani's. But that inspired him to tap into his humble beginnings. In this segment particularly, we look at his philanthropic work and those that inspired it. Let's go straight into it.
Hlayisani in the Tsonga language means taking care of. Stories Untold watches the man embody his name as he goes door to door, giving back to his village.
The families that I give to are families which I think they really do need this. And there are families which we are not really that close, you know. It's just that taking care of other people when they need something, it's effortless. Yeah, man. I'm going to send you beetroot number. As a businessman, as a human being, giving is part of my character. And I believe when you give, you get more. Go.
His act of kindness was inspired even more by 84-year-old Gogo Maria Khosa.
You know, she's a force. She's taught us so many values. She really did give us an inheritance of kindness, an inheritance of sharing. She's a hard worker. She walks long miles just to go farming, and then her harvest she shares with us. That teaches us a lot of great values. It's so inspiring, especially from a person who's old. I'm grateful for that.
Returning that favor tenfold, Hlayisani comes here every week to ensure that Gogo has food on her table.
Mina na buti vuhlayisani bya hina i byikulukumba swinene na yena wa ni hlayisa na mina n'wi hlayisa miroho wa ni nyika ni ka ni dya ka hinkwaswo ha hlayisana ni sweka tihove na ya kwani n'wi nyika hi leswi hi hlayisanaku hi swona swa ku nyika a ni yi ku loyi mina hlayisani ku loyi nga huma kona makwavo un'wana na un'wanyani loko ni karhi na swona n'wi nyika swi n'wi hlayisa vone va fikela ku a swi yi mahlweni a swi yi mahlweni swinene.
A provincial event, Hlayisani gives back on an even bigger scale.
The plan at first with the farming, it was some in the middle. People thought I was leaving music, my fans. So I had to find a way to mix their farming and my music. So we decided to come up with alongside with DMM Radio, we decided to come up with an event which is called Farm Fest, which it involves a lot of, we sell our produce as we entertain. In the first Moroho Farm Fest, it was all about celebrating our harvest with other people. Then we recently just had the second annual Farm Fest, which was in 2021 on the 16th of October, which we decided that we need to expand it. We needed to involve other farmers who can come in and sell their produce, and we can also have other businesses, small businesses, big businesses, who can come and advertise their business at the Farm Fest. So it was a very successful idea, which has really manifested very well.
And some of those small businesses remain grateful to him.
I'm here again because he was promoting my business ever since that day we met. I had so many clients who were interested in my catering business. They wanted my service everywhere, like in Zanini, even here at Wamaranga, even at Giani. And I also went for a wedding. That client saw the post that was posted by him on Facebook. So he's been promoting my business and it's working for me. So I decided to come and say, let me just prepare breakfast. Maybe let me say it's a finger food catering. So I decided to prepare this for you guys so that you enjoy the interview. I'm also gonna support him for fruits and vegetables from his farm because I also use them for my catering. And this is
I wouldn't say I did it for my community. I did it for everyone because it was not only my community who came in. It was a lot of people from all around the provinces, even people from Joburg. They came in to support. We had DJs from Giani, Mpumalanga. So it brings people together. Like as I said before, that music it's food for the soul. And at the Farm Fest, we had food for the stomach. My community has really came in hard. They support me so much, and they even strike when we would not plant anything. They came in here in numbers complaining that, you know what, our community is going to struggle if you don't plant anything. So for me, that's a huge, it gives me courage.
Ngiyabona ukuthi le ndoda le kukhona ngiyabona phambili le uyophumelela phambili into le ayiqalileyo yi-right ndiyayibona mina ukuthi abantu abatsha abangathi bayilandela nabo bazophumelela.
And now that he has started, he must go forward and never look back. And I think besides vegetable farming, he still has got to do something else. And I bought him a few cows. I think he will start, he will go on.
I want to see him exporting. I want to see him owning a supermarket someday. I want him to do whatever he wants to do. I want him to get into the nursery business. You know, we used to buy actual seedlings, and we actually found out that we can actually make our own. So through this backyard farm, some of our produce we made the seedlings ourselves. So it means that we have the potential to do it. So from now on, we're not even buying seedlings anymore, we're making our own. So that's another avenue that we'd want to get into.
I would like to believe that what I've learned from this whole experience is that as musicians, we need to get other jobs. We need to start our small businesses. In that way, we will never be exploited. Because, you know, when somebody calls you up and says, hey, we've got 500, you're going to go. So when you've got something that it's backing you up as a musician, you will respect your craft and protect your value.
However, to continue giving aid to his community remains most important to him.
Farming has a very big potential of employing a lot of people. And since we're struggling in my community with jobs, people tend to crime and all that. And I'm aware that it's because of unemployment. So with the bigger avenue, which I'm hoping for, it's to do a bigger farm and which can employ more people.
The best part about rallying behind one of our own is seeing that particular person succeed. But what's even greater is seeing the very same person come back and give back to those communities. So big ups to Hlayisani and everything that he's doing for his community. From myself, Pule Molebati, and the rest of the team, Sala Sentli.